Welcome back to Lune Plays Train Fever. I let a few years pass, but I mean, to be blunt, things aren't going very well. It took many years to recoup that cost for that very large train, and we aren't doing well on our financials right now. We are turning pretty well a year-on-year profit. This 1901 was an anomaly. Just because one of the larger trains was actually pulling into station then. So I think one of the big things we got to do here is, since I haven't really touched a thing, is we got to identify what's hemorrhaging money and deal with it, and either replace them or cancel a line. In this case, if line 9 can't be profitable with stagecoaches, it's not going to be profitable with anything else. We already improved line 1. I'm going to grab its horse tram here. Oh, actually, I'll hold off on that. We'll go to our line here, however. Line 8. Try to assess why this line is not profitable. Whether it's due to the vehicles in use, by all rights, that one shouldn't be doing so badly. So pull that off the line. I guess we're going to have to look at our trams. Line 6. So if we pull tram 7 off, return it to the depot, we should see tram 1 here on line 6, which was the steam tram, start turning a little bit better profit here. Line 8, of course, has its problems, but it's otherwise a decent line. So what I'm going to do with line 8, I'm going to take a chance here. I believe the line can work. I have confidence in that line. So I'm going to return both lines 8 vehicles to the depot. And we're going to replace it here with something a little bit more economical. And we'll go with the Mac. And fingers crossed, this is a little bit more profitable for that line. Next on my agenda is going to be another freight station. We need to be able to move our lumber and goods into that town, and there's no reason why I didn't have a freight road station located here. Now, I'm not going to jump into it right away. I'm going to just deal with some of these vehicle problems firsthand and wait for those guys to make it to their depots. We can look at some of the other lines that aren't doing so hot either. Slowly gain speed a touch here. Just makes it easier to actually find what we want to sell here. Not that we're getting very much for them. Virtually nothing, really. We're just saving on having to maintain them. Now we're going to see immediate success here. Unlikely. But I believe we're starting to turn the corner to a certain extent. I'd like to see more out of that, the new the Mac. I will say Line 8 is doing a lot better, but certainly could be doing a little bit more. We're getting to the point where our offsets are starting to get a little bit on the older side. I'm not even too sure how I feel about line 3 either. Well, we can say there's no point in keeping the inferior tram active and having other vehicles sapping away at its profitability. So I'm going to pull back some of our other trams on line 3. So by pulling it back to the depot, on that back to the depot, even though those are profitable, it should see that steam tram start having more passengers to draw off of. Financials not looking good right now. And you never know what to expect with some of these trains, and we really are suffering from a lot of issues with the peaks and valleys with the trains. Okay, so what I could do here is enhance our coverage within the town here. But we're not really going to be able to, I guess, borrow our way out of this, it doesn't look like. Even after a profitable year, we're still hurting a lot for money. Which is pretty disconcerting. And it's really, as much as I want to keep this transit network going, I'm not sure how I can really be successful. So once again, the simulation, I can say, well, we'll send you to the depot. That line is not showing any profit. It's not moving people, so it'll only affect growth of the town. Send that back. I have to wait till it's turned around. But really, nothing good is coming of that train line. I don't think we've seen it in a profit situation once. We'll send it back to the depot. I'm also going to send the older of the two trains working line 7. I'll probably send it back as well. Once that's back in there, I'm going to give it a quick sell-off. And I do recognize that going merely by the vehicle and line profit is not necessarily the best course of action. I'm going to keep it mothballed for now. It could be just that we were just moving the goods too often and it sort of lost all value. Certainly not pleased about our tram line there. It should be doing a lot better than it is. Nice to see a little bit of a bump in funds. One thing I can do that would be nice is start retiring some of the old freight wagons in favor of the newer transport wagons. But even after dropping all that money, I'm not seeing the kind of progress I would like with our profits, and it's just getting worse and worse off. I'm going to, call this map another defeat, but a lot of good lessons learned with this one. I'm going to start a new map in fairly short order and try to build on the lessons learned from this one and have a more successful run in the future. Thank you for following the series so far, and I hope you join me for my next attempt.